Jai Hind. Welcome to today's class. Last week we have completed the chapter Linear Equation in Two Variables. Today we are starting another chapter Lines and Angles. From the title itself you can understand that we are going to discuss more about lines and angles. Let's revise some basic concepts and some definitions. See children, you know very well that geometry is starting with the term point. Can you define the term point? We can say it is a small dot made by a sharp pencil on a plane, isn't it? Here you can see two points, point A and point B. Usually we are using capital letters to represent points. Collection of so many points we are calling as line. Since the points are infinitely many on a plane, line is not ending. So we are saying line has no endpoints. By choosing any two points on a line, we can name the line as line AB or line BA, as in the figure. Line segment. It's a part of a line. It has two endpoints. We can measure the length. All these you know very well about line segment. Next is ray. It is also a part of a line with one endpoint. We are naming it as ray AB. Remember, when we name a ray, we have to start the name with the endpoint. Ray AB is not same as ray BA. Children, you know about collinear points. The points on a same line are called collinear points. Here you can see the collinear points and non-collinear points. Here we can't have a straight line through all the points A, B and C. Now let's discuss about angle. The figure formed by two rays with same initial point is called an angle. Here you can see two angles, angle AOB and angle PQR. We can name this as angle BOA and angle RQP also. In the first angle, O is the vertex and rays OA and OB are called arms of the angle. In the second one, Q is the vertex and ray QP and ray QR are arms. We can also name these angles by using only the vertex. Here we can name them as angle O and angle Q. Now let's see different types of angles. First, acute angle. Right angle. Obtuse angle. Straight angle and reflex angle. You have studied all these types of angles in lower classes, isn't it? In 8th standard, you have studied about some pairs of angles. Can you remember, children? One is complementary angle. If the sum of two angles is 90 degree, they are complementary angles. If the sum of two angles is 180 degree, we are calling the angles as supplementary angles. Another important pair of angles, adjacent angles. If two angles are having a common vertex, a common arm, and if their non-common arms are on different sides of common arm, they are called adjacent angles. Here you can see angle AOB and angle BOC are adjacent. But angle AOC and angle BOC are not adjacent. Why? They have a common vertex O, a common arm OC, but they are not satisfying the third condition. The non-common arms OA and OB are not on different sides of common arm. They are on same side of the common arm OC. So, angle AOC and angle BOC are not adjacent. Next, linear pair of angles. Two adjacent angles are called linear pair of angles if their non-common arms form a straight line. See children, here angle AOC and angle COB are adjacent with common vertex O and common arm OC. The non-common arms OA and OB make a straight line. So, angle AOC and angle COB form a linear pair of angles. See children, we can draw two straight lines in two different ways on a plane. One way is to make them intersect at one point. Another one as parallel lines. Am I right? First, let's discuss about intersecting lines. Do you know what are vertically opposite angles? When two lines intersect at one point, the angles which do not have a common arm are called vertically opposite angles. It is clear from the term itself. See, in the figure, AB and CD are intersecting at point O. And you can see two pairs of vertically opposite angles. First pair is angle AOC and angle DOB, and another one is angle AOD and angle COB. Now let's study some more important concepts about pair of angles. But before going to our topic, let me introduce one word, axiom. One more term also you should know very well, theorem. But the term theorem you have heard in second chapter. Then what is this axiom? Actually, this is explained in one chapter, Euclid's geometry, which is deleted now. But in coming days, you will hear this word axiom in many places. It is nothing but some true statements, some universal truths, which cannot be proved by using any mathematical concepts. But we know it is a truth. Consider the statement, the whole is greater than its part. We know that it is a truth, but we can't give a mathematical explanation as its proof. We can give only examples for this. So this statement we can refer as an axiom. You can refer the chapter Introduction to Euclid's Geometry for more axioms. Now, what is theorem? It is a true statement for which we can give a written proof. For example, consider the statement, the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. We can call this statement as theorem because we can prove this by some non-mathematical concepts. You will study the proof at the end of this chapter. Here we have to discuss two axioms first, which are together called linear pair axiom. First one, if a ray stands on a line, the sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degree. In the figure, OC is a ray which stands on the line AB. Angle AOC and angle COB are adjacent angles. Since AB is a line, sum of the measures of angle AOC and angle COB is 180 degree. See the second axiom. If the sum of two angles is 180 degree, the non-common arms of these adjacent angles form a straight line. For these two axioms, we can't give any written proof. Next, we are discussing an important theorem which can be proved using these linear pair axioms. So, we are going to study the first theorem of this chapter. We have already discussed what is a theorem. Theorem means a statement that can be demonstrated to be true. Okay, by using mathematical concepts and operations. And you study two theorems in second chapter, remainder theorem and factor theorem. Okay, so here is also another theorem. If two lines intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, so this statement we can prove. So that's why it is called theorem. Now, what is to be proved? Two lines intersect each other. So here you can see two lines and they are intersecting each other at one point. Then vertically opposite angles are equal. And we have discussed what are vertically opposite angles. When two lines intersect each other, the angles which do not have common arm are called vertically opposite angles. So if I am taking this line as AB and another line CD and they are intersecting at O. Okay, children? Now, which are vertically opposite angles? Can we say these two as vertically opposite angles? No, because if we are considering these two, this OD will be common arm. Okay, so which are vertically opposite angles? This AOC and BOD. Okay, one pair of vertically opposite angles. Then we can have one more pair, AOD, this one and this COB. Okay, so these are pair of vertically opposite angles. Now we have to prove they are equal. That means we have to prove angle AOC is equal to angle DOB and AOD is equal to COB. Okay, children? So that is our aim to prove. Okay. Now, here you have to know one thing. When we prove a theorem, there are some steps. First of all, we have to collect the given data. Collect the given data. Then we have to write what is to be proved. Okay, for that, first we can collect the given data. Okay, so I am writing first given. What are given? Okay, what are given? Here we can see AB and CD are two lines which intersect at O. That is the given thing. Isn't it? So we can write lines AB and CD intersect at O. That is the given thing. Now what is to be proved? What is to be proved? Vertically opposite angles are equal. So now next heading, to prove. We have to prove vertically opposite angles are equal. Now we know the names of vertically opposite angle. Which is the first pair? AOC is equal to BOD. One pair. Or another pair, AOD is equal to COB. So here we have to prove two things. First one, we have to prove angle AOD equal to angle COB. Okay. Now, second, another pair of vertically opposite angle. Angle AOC equal to angle DOB. So, these two things we have to prove. See, theorem means a statement which can be proved by using the known things. Okay. So here also we are, before studying vertically opposite angles, we have studied about linear pair. Isn't it? So here also we are applying that property of linear pair angles to prove this theorem. Okay. So for that, next heading we are writing as proof. Next heading, proof. See children, this you should know how to write this given data, then what is to be proved. So when you write the exam, in 10th board exams, you will get mark for collecting this given data, and you will get mark for writing to prove. That means they will check whether you understand the question or not. If you are not understanding the question properly, you can't write these two. So you will get half mark or 1 mark for drawing the figure according to the given question, and for collecting the data and to write this to prove. So in all the theorems you have to write like this. So next we are starting proof. Okay. So we know that the property of linear pair of angles, we are starting with that. So linear pair means the sum of the two angles will be 90 degree. So here I am starting with the first pair, linear pair. AOD and DOB. AOD, angle AOD plus angle DOB. Sum of these two angles. What is it? 180 degree, because here this is a straight line. And OD is a ray standing on a straight line. So their sum will be 180. So I am starting with that. Angle AOD plus DOB. Angle DOB equal to 180 degree. So while writing the steps for proof, we have to mention how we got that step. We have to write the reason also. So by using which property we can write this? By using linear pair axiom, isn't it? So we will write the reason, linear pair. These two angles are linear pair. So their sum is 180. So we got angle AOD plus angle DOB equal to 180. Now next we have to take another pair of angles which are linear. So there you should be very careful. Here we have taken AOD and DOB. AOD and DOB. So next linear pair you have to start from this DOB. Okay. So there you can see which angles are making linear pair. DOB plus BOC, isn't it? This one, these two. These two angles are also making linear pair. Okay, so we can write the next equation. Angle DOB plus angle BOC also equal to 180 degree. Reason, same reason, linear pair. Okay, you can put this ditto or you can write linear pair. Now come to these two equations. We got AOD plus angle DOB equal to 180. Angle DOB, that you have to be very careful while choosing the second pair. Where what we have taken as second angle, by using that angle we have to write the next equation. Okay, AOD plus DOB equal to 180, then angle DOB plus BOC also equal to 180 degree. So this I am taking as equation 1 and this one as equation 2. See children, here we have two equations. And in these two equations, you can see the right sides are equal. Here also it is equal to 180. Here also equal to 180. Now, you should know one thing. In two equations, if the RHS are equal, we can say the LHS are also equal. Or, if LHS are equal, we can say the RHS are also equal. So here in both equations RHS are 180 degree. So what we can say? The LHS of the first equation is equal to the LHS of the second equation. Okay. So for example, let me explain using the numbers. You know that 4 by 8. What is 4 by 8? When we write the simplified form, we will get it as 1 by 2. Isn't it? Now, what is 3 by 6? 3 by 6 is also equal to 1 by 2. And when you study the chapter fraction in lower classes, you have studied all our equivalent fractions. Isn't it? If the simplest form of fractions are same, then we can say all the fractions are equivalent fractions. Why? Because both are equal to 1 by 2. So we can say these two are equivalent. Same way, here also we can say if RHS are equal, the LHS are also equal. So what we can say? The LHS of first equation is equal to LHS of the second equation. So we are writing from these two equations, from 1 and 2. From equation 1 and equation 2, what we can write? LHS of first equation, angle AOD plus angle DOB equal to LHS of the second equation, angle DOB plus angle BOC. So we got a new equation. Now in this equation, these two angles are equal, isn't it? Actually angle AOD, angle BOD, DOB all are measurements, isn't it? And here also, here we have angle DOB, here also we have DOB. Same angles with the same measurement, isn't it? Same angle. So when we have equation like this, we can cancel these two angles. See children, if you are taking this as angle AOD plus, here I am giving one measurement 40 degree is equal to, if this is 40, this is also same angle. So 40 degree plus angle BOC. Okay, if we have equation like this, we can take this 40 also to this side. Isn't it? So here you will get plus 40 will become minus 40. Isn't it? So angle AOD is equal to 40 degree plus angle BOC minus 40 degree. So what will happen? 40 minus 40 will become 0. So same procedure here also we are applying, but we will not write this much step. You should understand, if we have two same angles on both sides, it will become 0. So we can show the cancellation directly. Okay, angle DOB and here angle DOB will become 0. So we cancelled. Now what is remaining? Angle AOD is equal to angle BOC. See what? This is the first one to prove. Angle AOD is equal to angle COB. Angle COB is same as angle BOC. Okay. Angle BOC or COB. So these two angles are equal. Vertically opposite angles are equal. So we proved the first one. So second one also we can prove in the same way. But if we want to prove two similar cases in one question, we can use the word similarly. We can prove the second one also. No need to explain again this much step. Okay. So if you want, you can verify like this. To prove AOC, angle AOC equal to DOB, consider the linear pair AOC, this one and BOC. So AOC plus COB is equal to 180. Then angle COB plus angle BOD is equal to 180 degree. In both equations, you will have this BOC as common. So you can cancel like this. Then what will remain? AOC, angle AOC is equal to angle BOD. So same type of steps we have to write. So we don't want to repeat. We can write similarly. We can prove angle AOC is equal to angle DOB. But you have to write it. It is compulsory. So we proved the first one. Now what we can write? Similarly, angle AOC is also equal to angle DOB. Okay, we proved both. So we can write hence proved. Okay. So we proved what we need. Did you get, children? So it is very important question. So you have to understand very well how we have to consider these two equations. Always remember, we can have 4 pairs of linear angles, but we have to choose the required one. Angle AOD plus angle DOB equal to 180. Next equation, you have to start with this same DOB. DOB plus BOC. Otherwise, you won't get this. Okay. So, write and study 2-3 times. Okay, children. See, let's discuss some problems on linear pair of angles and vertically opposite angles. Okay. First question. In the figure, lines AB and CD intersect at O. If angle AOC plus angle BOE equal to 70 degree and angle BOD equal to 40 degree. Find angle BOE and reflex angle COE. Okay. So, in the figure, lines AB and CD. AB and CD intersect at O. Whenever you get the question like this, first of all, you have to understand the figure properly. You have to analyze the figure. Here, next one. If AOC plus BOE equal to 70 degree. AOC. Which is angle AOC? AOC. This angle. Okay. Plus angle BOE. BOE. This one. Sum of these two angles is equal to 70 degrees. So we can't mark that angle measurement here. Then what is given? Angle BOD is 40 degree. Which is angle BOD? Angle BOD. This one is given as 40 degree. Our question is to find out BOE. Okay, find angle BOE. Then one more question. We have to find out angle BOE, this one. Sum of these two angles is given. We have to find out one of this. Okay. So, angle AOC plus angle BOE is equal to 70 degree. That is given. Angle AOC plus angle BOE equal to 70 degree. See, this is a problem. Here no need to write given and to prove etc. So we can write directly write the given data. AOC plus BOE equal to 70. We have to find out this BOE. This BOE we have to find out. So if we get this angle AOC, we can say what is BOE. Isn't it? Because their sum is 70 degree. Can you find out the measure of angle AOC? Just look at the figure and just apply any property you have studied. Can we have measurement of AOC? AOC. See here you can, AB is a line. Okay. Then CD is also another line. If we know this angle as 40 degree, this angle is given as 40 degree. How will you say this measurement? Yes, that is also 40 degree. Reason? They are vertically opposite angles. Now only we have discussed vertically opposite angles are equal. So first we can apply that one. Okay. One more thing we have. Angle BOE is equal to 40 degree. Since BOE is 40 degree, we can say angle AOC is also equal to 40 degree. What is the reason? Vertically opposite angles. These two are vertically opposite angles. So, using the property of vertically opposite angles, we can say AOC is also equal to 40 degree. Okay, VOA means vertically opposite angles. Now, come to the given equation. What is given? Angle AOC plus angle BOE equal to 70 degree. Now we got angle AOC, so which implies we can give 40 degree here. 40 degree plus angle BOE equal to 70 degree. Okay. Now what is angle BOE? BOE equal to 70 degree minus 40 degree. Isn't it? This 40 degree will come as minus 40. So what is it? 30 degree. Okay. So we got the measurement of angle BOE is equal to 30 degree. That is our first question. Now what is the second question? Find reflex angle COE. Reflex angle COE. What is meant by reflex angle COE? So this angle is angle COE. We will name this angle as angle COE. Isn't it? This is angle COE. Okay. Now reflex angle COE means this remaining part. Okay. This is a reflex angle COE. This we will name as angle COE. And this is reflex angle COE. How will you get that reflex angle COE? Can you have any idea? See children, I have drawn the same figure in another paper to explain more. So, AB is a line and here we can see angle COE. We need to find out reflex angle COE. So, this is COE. Okay, this angle. So, if we know this measurement, we can say the remaining part. That remaining angle is called reflex angle COE. How can we find out this angle? See, AB is a straight line, isn't it? So, the total angle here is 180 degree. Okay, when we have a straight line and if we have a point here, the angle will be 180 degree. So, if we are dividing this angle into many angles, then also the sum of all the angles will be 180 degree. Same property we can write here. Sum of these three angles will be this AOC plus COE plus EOB. Sum of these three angles is 180 degree. Okay. So, we know angle AOC. What is angle AOC? 40 degree. Isn't it? Angle BOE we got as 30 degree. So, we can mark that also. Angle BOE is 30 degree. So, now sum of these three angles is 180 degree. Okay. So, 40 degree plus angle COE plus this 30 degree together 180 degree. Recent angles on a straight line. Okay. Now, from this we can find out angle COE. So, angle COE plus 70 degree equal to 180 degree. So, angle COE equal to 180 minus 70. It is 110 degree. Okay. So, 110 degree. So, this we got as 110 degree. Okay. Now, what we need, this is angle COE. How will you get reflex angle? Reflex angle means the remaining portion. Okay, this much is called reflex angle COE. How will you get that? What is the total angle at a point? Sum of the angles at a point. If you are considering one point, what is the sum? The some angle around it is 360 degree. Okay, complete angle. So, the total is 360 degree. From that, if we are subtracting this 110, we will get reflex angle COE. Okay, so angle COE plus reflex angle COE is equal to 360 degree. Okay, now COE is 110 degree plus reflex angle COE equal to 360 degree. So, what is reflex angle COE? It is equal to 360 degree minus 110 degree. You will get the answer. Okay. I think you got the idea about this. Now let us write the correct steps. Now come here. So how will we get angle COE? Okay, from the figure, angle AOC plus angle COE plus angle BOE equal to 180 degree. Okay. Then angle AOC plus BOE together 70 degree. So 70 degree plus angle COE equal to 180 degree. So angle COE equal to 180 minus 70, it is 110 degree. Okay, we got COE is equal to 110 degree. Now we need reflex angle COE. So reflex angle COE equal to what we have to do? From 360 we have to subtract this 110. So 360 degree plus 360 degree minus 110. Okay, what is it? 360 minus 110, it is 250 degree. Okay children, so we got all the answers. First answer, angle BOE is equal to 30 degree. Then second answer, reflex angle COE is equal to 250 degree. Okay. Now come to the next question. In the figure, lines XY and MN intersect at O. XY and MN intersect at O. If angle POY equal to 90 degree, angle POY equal to 90 degree. POY, this angle is given as 90 degree. And A is to B. A is the angle measurement of this angle and B is measurement of this XOM. We have to find out the measure of this value of this C. C means measurement of angle XON. Okay. Understand the figure. Analyze the figure properly. We have to find out angle XON, that is C. Okay. See, to find out C, we can have one or two methods. So we have to apply the easiest method to find out. Okay. Don't think that these two are vertically opposite angles because they are not made by same straight lines. So how can we find out C? So to find out C, we should know B, isn't it? Why? Because see, here you can see MN is a straight line and here we have another ray. Okay, so this is given as B and this is C. So what is the total angle? It is a straight line. Okay, sum of the angles on a straight line. Here we have only two angles, sum is 180 degree. So if we know angle B, we can find out angle C. Okay, so our aim should be to find out B first. For that it is given A is to B is 2 is to 3. So if we have the ratio, how will you take the original measurements? By multiplying by a same number here. If we have A is to B as 2 is to 3, how can we take A and B? You have studied so many questions on ratios last year. So we can take the value of A as 2x and value of B as 3x. So we will start with that. Okay. So let A is equal to 2x and B is equal to 3x. To get the original values, we will consider this like this. A is equal to 2x and B is equal to 3x. Now we need one equation to find out the value of x. Can we frame an equation using this 2x and 3x? Yes. See, here it is given angle POY is equal to 90 degree. So what is this angle XOP? XOP. Look at this. POY is given as 90 degree. This is 90 degree. So what is XOP? That is also 90 degree. Then only we will get this as 180 degree. Isn't it? So angle XOP is equal to 90 degree. And in the question we have one more ray here. Okay. Now also what is the sum of these two angles? Sum is 90 degree. Okay. This is given as A. This is given as B. So what is A plus B? A plus B is equal to this 90 that we are applying here. Okay children. So angle A plus angle B is equal to 90 degree. We can write that from the figure. From the figure, angle XOP equal to 90 degree. Okay. Now, what is angle XOP? A plus B. That is, A plus B equal to 90 degree. What is our A? 2x plus B is 3x. 2x plus 3x is equal to 90 degree. Now only simplification. 2x plus 3x, 5x equal to 90 degree. So what is x? X is equal to 90 by 5. What is 90 divided by 5? It is 18 degree. Okay. So we got the value of x as 18 degree. Now you can say what is A and what is B. What is A? A is equal to 2x. That is 2 into our x is 18. What is 2 into 18? 36 degree. Okay. Now what is B? B is equal to 3 into 18. That is 54 degree. So we got A and B. Now how will you get C? B we got as 54 degree. Isn't it? Now how can we find out C? B plus C is together 180 degree. So we can write B plus C is equal to 180 degree. Reason, they are making linear pair. Isn't it? So linear pair. Now what is B? B 54 degree plus C is equal to 180 degree. So what is C? 180 degree minus 54. How much? 180 minus 54. 126 degree. Okay children. So value of C is 126. You may have more than one method to find out this value. You have to choose the easiest method. So you have to apply the known properties of angles to find out the required one. Okay. Now we have linear pair of angles, then vertically opposite angles, then angles on a straight line, then angles at a point. All these you should know to do this type of problems. Okay. Always you have to remember these points for coming portions. In this video, we have discussed so many important concepts and definitions. You have to write everything in your note along with the figures. And then you have to do this homework. Okay children, thank you.